Today we're talking about finances. Today we're talking about reaching some of your financial goals. We're going to talk about what's stopping you from achieving it, and then what things you could actually put in place to make those goals real. Who's ready to do what it takes, man? I don't know about y'all, but I'm ready to start living the life of my dreams. I'm ready to have more, more blessings in my life, right? Not only financially, but in every area. But you already know that finances is a big thing. We like to act like finances aren't really that important. But when you have that mindset, typically your financial situation ain't that great, because what you focus on expands. So if your finances become important to you, I guarantee you your situation will start to change. It'll start to improve, and that's one of my missions, is to start those hard conversations. Money is a topic that's kind of taboo. No one wants to talk about it. Everyone wants to always keep it so personal and so private. But we got to start having this dialogue so that we can find out what's happening as far as the problems that we're facing or the challenges that we're facing when it comes to our finances. And then, that conversation breeds solutions, right? So we can find solutions to achieve our goals. So we're gonna have that conversation today about your finances. Go ahead and just tag a friend. Let me know in the comments if this is your first time hopping on one of my videos. Go ahead and drop a 1 in the comments. If you watch me every now and again, go ahead and drop a 2 in the comments. But if you watch me every single time you see I go live, I need you to drop a 3 in the comments, all right? Because I appreciate each and every one of you guys for hopping on. Don't think I'm being rude to the live, guys. I'm just hopping on with my phone so that I can go ahead and see any comments that are coming through, all right? But today we're talking about money. We're talking about money. It's Money Mondays, all right? Who wants to make some money? Who wants this new year to be the best financial year for them? It can be for you personally. It may be in your business. It may be in your career, at your job, but who's ready for a financial breakthrough? Who's ready for some different levels, some higher heights, right? Some new levels. I know I am. And I'm looking to partner with people who are on that same path, people who are looking to better their best, right? If the most you've ever made in a year was $40,000, this year aim for 50. If you've never, made 6 figures in a year, aim for it. Right? If you've been making 6 figures and you're now ready to tap into 7 figures and hit that $1 million mark, you've got to start to set new goals. You got to start to look and analyze your situation and see what's happening. Why am I not obtaining my goals? Why am I not, getting any closer to my destination? Why does it seem like I always feel stuck in a rut or stagnant? And guys, one of the things that I realized when I really started my financial journey is I realized I was spending way more money than I was making, all right? That's the first thing. Most people's outgo surpasses their income. And if that's the case, your upkeep's gonna be your downfall, all right? So you wanna make sure you're not overspending. And most of us, especially people who live, in the Western side of the world, we spend, we're consumers, right? We get advertised to all day long. Think about how many ads you already saw on Facebook today since you've been scrolling on your phone. How many products have been advertised to you, right? We're almost immune to ads now that we see so much. But what that is that's a programming that's causing you or forcing you to consume a whole lot more than you need to, right? I was actually watching, something on maybe HGTV yesterday about tiny houses, right? That's these tiny spaces that people are finding to live in, right? So everything's really small. They're really using using all of the space that's in these small little areas. And one thing stood out to me yesterday was this guy. He was on the show, and he showed his tiny house. I mean, it was super cool, but it made him realize that a lot of stuff that we accumulate because we have bigger spaces, we don't need. I looked in the guy's closet, man, and he maybe had 5 shirts and 2 jeans and 2 pairs of shoes. And the reason that he only has that in this tiny house ain't because he don't want more stuff. It's because he doesn't have the space to accommodate it. And because he doesn't have the space to accommodate it, it forced him to, stop hoarding stuff, right? It made him throw away stuff, or it made him realize that you don't need as many stuff as we have. And guys, that's where most of our money is going, on stuff we don't need. One of the comments that I seen on Instagram or something before that really was profound to me, it says, you're spending all your money, you're going in debt, you're cool struggling to buy things to impress people who you don't even know. We got to change that mentality. That's a poverty mindset that we've been stuck in. That's the programming that, we've all fallen into. but it's up to us, right? I'm a part of this movement called IOU. It means it's on us. It's on us to really make the change, to change the way of thinking, to change the programming so that this cycle doesn't continue. We've got to break the change. So we got to disrupt something right now. And when it comes to our finances, this is the one of the times in history where it seems like people are more focused on creating wealth ever than in any other time in the world. Right now, you know, we are witnessing and we are a part of a financial revolution. People are starting to understand more about money and how to make more of it. Have you realized that people are getting richer and richer and richer every day, right? We're creating more and more millionaires daily, and the amount of money that they're making is crazy. Amazon, you know, is projected to be $1 trillion business, right? Trillion was an imaginary word, but now people are starting to get to that point where they're making that amount of money, right? They're making billions of dollars now. So people are more focused on finances. But just like how people are getting richer, the disconnect stays true. People are also getting poorer and poorer and poorer. People who used to be all right, they used to make up the middle class. The middle class is going away, it's disappearing. So that middle class is either becoming poor or they're getting rich. And you already know how this game works. More people end up poor than rich, right? So the middle class is disappearing. People are losing jobs. People no longer have enough for retirement. Everyone's living paycheck to paycheck in this country. Guys, but this is supposed to be the land of opportunity. How is it? How much opportunity is it if everyone is paycheck to paycheck? And it's become normal. When I moved to this country from the Bahamas, I didn't move here to survive. I didn't move here to struggle. I moved here to look for more opportunities to make my life better. But I realized quickly when I got here that most people who live here and are from here got a real complacent mentality, right? They got a paycheck to paycheck is normal mentality. Everyone around me lives paycheck to paycheck, so that's just how it is. No, I'm not. I refuse to believe that. We weren't put on this earth by our Heavenly Father, by the Creator, to survive. We were put here to live in abundance. You know, not to make this religious or anything, but God said He gave us the power to create wealth. So why are we cool living in poverty? Why are we cool living in scarcity? Why are we cool living in lack? He didn't create His children to live in lack. He created us to be abundant. But it starts with that mental programming. You got to start to believe that you deserve to get wealthy. And you don't want to get wealthy just to stunt on people and buy nice cars and floss on them. You want to be able to, you know, get nice things and become wealthy. One of my things, guys, is that the reason that I refuse to be poor is because I can't help the poor being poor. I can only help the poor by being successful. Right? And y'all know the society we live in, people got to see it to believe it. So they got to see you with some cash before they even listen to what you're saying. And I'm cool with leading from the front. I'm cool with being the scapegoat and being the first one to do it. Because guess what? Failure ain't an option for me. Right? I ain't rich yet. I'm on my path to creating freedom. But I guarantee you one thing I won't never do is quit. I'm too far in. I believe too big that my life was designed to live by design. I believe that I have the power and the ability within me to create the life that I want. I just got to learn some information and align myself with the right people to put me in a position to manifest that in my life. Let me ask you something. Who are the people in your life? Who are the people who is setting the example for you? Are they people that are living a life that you want, or are they people who are living a life you don't want? If they're living a life you don't want, one word of advice I can say is don't model those people. Not saying they're bad people, but when it comes to, you know, their finances, don't do what they're doing, because you're going to end up with what they have, right? In order to get something different, you got to do something different. And that's the reason why this crusade I got for financial empowerment and for personal growth and self-development, you know, I don't care if it was one person listening or 100,000. The key is I'm going to make sure that I pass on what I'm learning and what's being poured into me into someone else. Because someone had to spark that flame within me to change my situation. Remember this, and if you're writing notes, take this now. You can't change your destination overnight, but you can change your direction. That's powerful. That was an aha moment for me. I can't change my destination overnight, but I can change the direction I'm headed. And all you got to do is shift your direction. If you're going down this path and at the end of that path, it ain't your goal, you got to change the direction you're headed in. You can't keep going this way and expect to get to the goal. And a lot of times we're rolling with people who are comfortable with us, who we've just been around for a long time. But guess what? If they struggling, they don't have you struggling too. Change the game up. People always say they don't want no new friends. That's a broke mentality. You got to know a lot of new friends. It's about gaining new friends, the people who are going to show you what you're trying to get. Just because you've been kicking it with someone for 10 years don't mean that they're the right people to be kicking it with. If your results and your situation ain't changing, it may be time for you to make a change. I don't even know I got talking about all of that. We were talking about your financial goals, right? So let me just talk about 4 things that's stopping most people from, hitting their financial goals. And it doesn't matter what that goal is for you. Your goal may be 10,000 in savings. This person's goal may be 40,000. This person's goal may be $1 million, right? You may just want to make enough money to make sure that, you don't ever have to put anything on a credit card. Whatever your goal is, don't matter, right? It's cool. But there's 4 things that's usually keeping most people from achieving their goals, especially if you're living in America, okay? This kind of applies across the board, but in this country for sure, the first thing is taxes. If you're living in the United States of advertising, taxes is taking the majority of your money. About 30% of your money goes to Uncle Sam off the top. So 30% of your income is taxed. So think about this for a second, and I just want to give you the big picture view of how serious this thing and how this puts a dent in your pocket immediately. Let's say you're working, right? And you got hired and you're making 50 grand a year. Let's say 60 grand because I want to keep the math easy. Let's say you're making $60,000 a year. That's what your job offer has, right? You already know that when you get paid, you don't see 60,000, right? You get taxed. So you need to see what's left after taxes. So let's say 30% of your income goes to taxes, right? That's about $18,000 off the top that's gone, right? So really and truthfully, on paper, you make 60, but you only ever take home 42. Now, let me ask you something. When you go to buy your house, get your apartment, buy your car, and you're doing the paperwork and they're running your financials, they're looking at your credit score, and they're looking at the money you make. What do they look at? Do they look at the net that you take home or the gross that you make? They look at gross. They're looking at, oh, she makes 60 grand, but you don't make 60 grand. You only ever get 42. So now you're getting approved for stuff that you cannot afford. So you're behind already. Guys, that's powerful. That was an eye-opener for me. One of the things one of my mentors said, he said, just because you can afford the car note doesn't mean you can afford the car. That was heavy. So you're getting approved for something based on an income of 60,000, but you only see 42. So you're playing catch up already, right? So that's taxes. Taxes actually cause exactly what we're talking about. It causes you to go in debt because now you just got approved for this car note for a $60,000 a car that someone who earns 60,000 can afford. You only make 42. So you're already behind, so now you're in debt. So now you're paying about a third of the rest of your income to the credit cards, to the mortgage, to the car note, to the payday loans, to whatever you owe. So taxes is taking the first 30% of your income. Debt, right, is taking the second third of your income. So you really only left with 1/3 for you. Guys, y'all see how we already dwindled down that 60 grand? We're already down to very little, right? We're down to very little. From 60,000, 30% of 60,000 is what? Is $18,000. So now from 60 grand, right? You're about down to about 20 grand. That's what you actually work for all year. On paper, it said 60, but actually after you pay your bills and pay your debts, right? You got 20 grand for the whole year. And then what happens, right? Here's the next thing that takes another portion of your income. It's called big business, okay? Big business takes a chunk of your income. What's big business? What's coming up next week? Christmas, right? We're forced to participate in spending. We're forced to participate in spending money we don't have to prove a point. I shouldn't have to prove to you, if you're my friend, I love you by buying you a gift. You're supposed to be my friend and say, listen, if you are struggling this year, don't buy any gifts, right? Let's not move into the new year in new debt, right? And people think, oh, Christmas is the big holiday. Guys, they got the wool pulling over your eyes, right? Every single month of the year, think about it, there's some type of holiday. Let's keep it 100. So this month we got Christmas. January, it's New Year's. Everybody want to look fly for the new year, right? You're going to buy something, go party to bring in the new year, right? February is what? Valentine's. Then you got March, you got spring break. April is Easter. You know, May is Mother's Day. June is Father's Day. July is 4th of July. August is back to school. September is Labor Day. October is Halloween. November is Black Friday. And you back to Christmas. Every single month of the year, there's something that capitalism or big business is diving into your pocket and taking a chunk of your money because they've programmed that you have to participate. What if you stop participating? I guarantee you have a whole lot more money. One thing I learned is that a lot of my wealthy mentors, they don't even buy gifts, right? They don't buy like gifts for a whole bunch of people. They don't participate because they understand that it's a money-making thing. One time ago in the islands, Christmas meant, you know, the birth of Jesus. You know, we used to have Christmas plays with the manger and all that stuff. In this country, you don't see nothing about the real meaning of Christmas, right? It's just about who could cage jewelers, who gonna sell, who gonna have the best sales, right? What could you rack up during the Christmas season? Because that's when you shop. It became a shopping holiday, and that's what's happening with everything. Think about Thanksgiving. It's not about Thanksgiving, spending time with your family and having a good meal anymore. It's about the sales you could get on Black Friday, right? That's what it's about. This is the United States of advertising. And you got to realize that capitalism simply means that you're going to be capitalized on until you understand that this is what's happening to you. We got to do better. These are the things that's really putting a hole in your money. And the last thing that's putting a hole in your money, which really is the first one, is inflation. Every single day, the value of the dollar goes down. You don't even realize it. The prime example of that is at the gas station. You can go to the gas station today and pay $2.36 for a gallon of gas. Next week, you go there and a gallon of gas is $2.50. You got the same $20 you're putting in your car, just don't go as far because the price of things is going up. And that's not just a gas, that's fruits, that's food, that's daycare, that's cost of living, that's the rent, right? That's the cost of an Uber. The cost of living is going up. Health insurance, life insurance, everything's costing you more money. Everything's going up except your income. So you're losing. And you're wondering why you can't get your head above water. It's because these things are eating at your money and you're not even thinking about it. You're just thinking, oh, I got to cut back on spending. I got to stop eating out so much. Oh, I got to stop going to Starbucks. Yes, you want to make better decisions as far as your money, but there's things that's eating chunks of your money at a time that you're not even looking at. Taxes, debt, inflation, and big business. These are the things that's stopping you from being free financially. And I don't like to focus on problems. I like solutions, but I had to address the problems to let you know what it is that's happening to you. But there's 3 solutions for you to be able to get out of the situation. All right, these are things you can start to implement immediately. The first thing you got to do is figure out a way to lower your taxes. There's legal ways, guys, to lower your taxes. Okay, to lower your taxes, guess what? The easiest way is you just got to stop depending on a W-2, which is, you know, basically the tax bracket for employees. And you got to figure out a way to get a 1099 income, which is some type of business income. Here's why. If you're an employee and being paid a W-2, you're paying the most taxes. You're paying 28 to 33% in taxes off the top. But if you're, you know, some type of independent contractor, right? If you got some type of business, you can do this on the side of your job. So you can have a W-2 and a business. You still get the same benefits. What happens now is your tax bracket drops immediately, basically. Right? You're paying less in taxes now. You're paying about 18 to 23%. That means that you're getting to keep more of your money, right? That means that you get more of your money. So you want to lower your taxes. And the easiest way to do that, guys, is start some type of business. In this age, in this era that we live in, start a home-based business. You know, you all see I'm at home. I'm working my business, right? And because I'm talking to you, I'm doing these videos from my home. I run my business from home. Guess what? Where you guys see me sitting right now, because you can't see it, but where I'm sitting is my work area. This square footage now is tax deductible for me every month from my rent. You know, my utilities are tax deductible because this is my office, right? My cell phone is tax deductible because I work from my phone. The government gives you 56 cents a mile that you drive if you're a business owner. So these are ways for you to lower your taxes legally. Most people just don't know that because they never taught us that. We were taught, go to school, get a job, and pay the most taxes. And we found that that's normal. But we're wondering why some rich people are just getting richer. It's because they understand these concepts, and these are what they're implementing in their life to get richer, and they're teaching their kids and their colleagues so they can get rich too. It's about information, guys. Information changes situations. Information is free. This is free game, guys. I'm giving y'all a game for free 99. All right, so you got to lower your taxes. Once you lower your taxes, you find a way to lower your taxes by starting some type of business. Then you want to go ahead and lower your debt. The goal in this game is to become debt free. So those credit cards that you got to start attacking them. Revolving debt is the worst kind of debt you can have. Credit cards are killing you. All right, maybe one day this week I'll do a live on something called the bloody mess. It's basically showing you what's happening when you're making your credit card payments and why it feels like it never goes away. It's because it never does. Okay, I'll talk about that. So you want to get rid of revolving debt as quickly as you possibly can. And the easiest way to get rid of revolving debt and any debt is to have a plan. You've got to have a game plan. You want to have some type of software or some type of tool that's going to help you to see where your money's going and see what needs to be paid and give you a plan, a payoff plan. Okay, I've got a whole program that I'll tell you all at the end, so make sure you stay at the end, that has something that has solutions for all of the problems I talked about earlier. So you want to become debt free with a game plan. Okay, so you eliminate your taxes, or you lower your taxes, you lower your debt. You want to improve your credit, right? Because y'all already know credit is power, right? If you get credit, you get to use OPM, which is other people's money. That's how you get to really move and shake, right? You need a good credit score. If you're watching this video right now, you're over 20 years old. By now, you should know that credit is important. Because if you try to apply for anything and your credit is shot, you're not going to get it. Or if you do get it, you're going to pay ridiculous interest rates for the same thing. So you want to improve your credit. This is the keys to wealth, guys. Lower your taxes, become debt-free, get a great credit score. We need to be aiming for an 850 credit score. 800, right? That needs to be the new normal. Right now, 550 is normal, but that's a poor credit score. So we need to change our standards, right? We need to raise our level of expectation. We need to get an 800 credit score. So you need to improve your credit, all right? And the final thing you need to do is you need to start putting things, you need to increase your cash flow. Now, before I get out of here, here's what cash flow is. Cash flow isn't income. Cash flow is different. Here's the difference. Income is measured in dollars. Cash flow is measured in time. That's why wealth is really time freedom, right? Wealth is about options. Wealth is about time. So here's what I mean. Let's say, some of these artists, these entertainers, right? They blow up, they sell some CDs, they make $5 million. But 3 years later, they broke, or they running from the IRS, right? It's because they are making a lot of money, but is it lasting them their life? What's the time that the income lasts? The cash flow. See, think about it this way. If these rappers are making $1 million a year, but they got the jewels, they wearing Versace down to the socks, right? They got the Bentley, they buying a Lambo for their significant other, right? Now that $1 million is probably blown in 6 months. So now they got negative cash flow for the next 6 months until they make another $1 million. They're negative cash flow. Whereas you may have a person who's, running their independent business, making $50,000 a year from their business. Their expenses are only $25,000 for the year. So now they're cash flow positive. That means that they can take the rest of the year off and not work, and they still have enough money to last them for another 6 months. This is what you got to get. You got to get cash flow positive. Most people operate from a cash flow negative standpoint. That's why businesses and banks get rich off of overdraft fees, because they know that most people have negative cash flow, so they're not going to have the money when the bill hits, so then we're going to charge you $35 more for the money you didn't have in your account anyway. Now people got negative accounts. Guys, this is systematic. This is systematic oppression, okay? This is systematic poverty, but it's the people who break the cycle are the people who get information like this and do something about it. It's one thing to hear about it. It's a whole different ballgame to do something, all right? So you want to get cash flow positive. And the best way to get cash flow positive is to start earning more income. So guys, if you think about it, if you get a business, that's a way for you to earn more income so that you can be cash flow positive. If you're earning more income, now you have more money to pay towards your debt to get you debt free, which is also going to increase your credit score. See, these things work hand in hand, but you got to have a plan for this to make sense, for you to see the big picture. All right. So I told you guys, there's these 4, challenges that's stopping you from meeting your goals. And I just provided you with some solutions that's going to help you to, get where you want to be. And you may say, Sophie, okay, I understand now. I got to increase my credit, lower my taxes, lower my debt, and increase my cash flow. But how do I do it? Guys, I know y'all see me online all the time. Some of you guys watch me because y'all say I'm motivational, right? But at the end of the day, guys, I'm running a business and my goal is to become financially free. I know what that's going to do to change my life and change my situation if money is no longer an option, a problem or an issue in my life at any point. What would your life look like if money was no issue? So while I'm going through my process, I'm trying to share it with as many people so we can go on the process together. Because it is a process. It doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't happen in 6 months. This is something that takes time. But what I want to do is share the plan that I'm on. You know, I'm involved with a company called Nove. And what we do is we're a financial wellness program. You know, we help people do everything that I talked about just now. We help people lower their taxes by helping you start your own business, okay, with our company. We have some tools, actual apps and software for your phone to help you to budget your money better, right? Because you need to know where you're spending your money so you can pull back and make those adjustments. We give you some type of tool to go ahead and give you a customized game plan to become debt-free based on the debts that you have right now, okay, and based on your current income. Those are tools we give you to use, all right? We also have a credit education program. It's basically a complimentary credit program where we're gonna help to dispute anything that's negatively being reported on your credit report. So now, not only are you managing your money better, not only are you in a different tax bracket because you're an entrepreneur now, but you're also getting your credit worked on. So now we're helping you to get to that 800 credit score. All right. We also educate you on things that affect your credit so that now when we help you start to see that increase in your credit, you can maintain your new score. Right. It's all about making lifestyle changes, guys. And this program with Nove, man, we provide financial literacy. That's what it's about. It's about financial empowerment and financial education, because that's what's going to help you to change your situation. Education is the key to life change. You know, so if you're interested in any of these tools, it's coming up on the holidays. I'm super generous for everybody who, you know, contacts me or contacts anyone who shares this video with you. I'll save you some money. I guarantee you I'll save you $100 on everything. And this is not going to break the bank, guys. You know, if you're looking for if you're looking for services I mentioned just now, it's less than $1 a day to actually take advantage. You know, the monthly fee is less than $30 a month. You know, and the startup is nothing, basically. You know, less than a pair of shoes. Okay, less than your cell phone. You know, way less. So, guys, if you're not really where you want to be as far as your finances, if you have experienced some of the things I talked about, you know, in this broadcast, and you're ready to level up, you're ready to go to the next level, you're ready for 2019 to be a breakthrough, and you don't want to say this again in 2020. You want to take action now. Get with me, all right? I'll be happy to share what we're doing with Nove, because I believe that it's a fit for every single person, no matter where you are in your life, no matter if you're broke as a joke or if you're already rich. You know, our program is to help you where you are, meet you where you are, and help you to level up and go get to next level. All right. So it's been working wonders for me. You know, I've been able to walk away from my full-time job. I actually, you know, work my business from home, my home-based business full-time. My credit score is in the 700s, well over 100 points from when I started using the service. I'm now in control of my finances. You know, my goal is to become 100% debt-free in 2019. All right. So these are the goals and the game plan that this service or this program has given me. And I've seen the results in my life. The person that I am today, I wasn't 3 years ago. And it's because of the associations and the education and the personal development that I've been going through this program. And I want to encourage everyone who wants to better their best and live their best life and become the best version of you. You know, get involved, because your finances are important. Stop acting like they ain't. I don't know no bill you could pay with love. You need cash. So we got to figure out a way to get you, take some of your cash, build some type of asset for yourself that's going to generate you more cash. All right, something that's going to help you to lower your taxes, lower your debt, increase your credit, and improve your cash flow. And we have all of those things. We cover all of those bases in our financial wellness program here with Nove. All right, so I want to just encourage you, reach out to me, man. Share this video with someone who needs to see this. If you're just hopping on, go back and watch it from the beginning. I guarantee you I dropped some jewels on what's stopping most people from achieving their goals. And we also went ahead and provided some solutions to go ahead and rectify that, all right? So it's your girl, Sophia the Lioness, man. Thank you guys for hopping on and rocking with me. I'll talk to y'all soon. Planets and stars. Peace.